What if the symptom isn't a problem, but the clue? What if fatigue, brain fog, hormonal chaos, inflammation, and gut disruption are not random at all, but patterned communication your body has been trying to send you for years? Medicine was taught to listen for isolated symptoms, but I listen to the whole symphony. Women are being told they're fine, everything is normal, while their bodies are quietly fighting to keep up. I'm Dr. Julie Lynn, founder of the system-based pattern mapping solution, and I decode what others miss. Hidden physiological patterns buried beneath normal labs, unexplained symptoms, and years of frustration. This channel is where mystery becomes clarity, clarity becomes power. If this sounds like your healing journey so far, welcome to the channel. And when you're ready, bring me your normal labs and I'll show you what they're missing.
Hi there, Dr. Julie Lynn, founder of the systems-based pattern mapping solution, and I help women take the mystery out of their mystery symptoms. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about why I rebuilt my work around the systems-based pattern mapping solution. There came a point where I could no longer ignore what I was seeing because women kept coming to me with fatigue, brain fog, inflammation, hormone dysfunction, digestive issues, anxiety, complete and total burnout, nervous system overwhelm. But yet they were told that their labs were normal. And honestly, that explanation stopped making sense to me long ago. Because if millions of women are walking around experiencing the same symptom patterns, then maybe the problem isn't the woman. Maybe the problem is that we're missing something. And honestly, what we're missing is a big part of the story. And that realization completely changed my work. And maybe this has been your experience as well. You've tried supplements, detoxes, gut protocols, hormone support, functional medicine, clean eating, and maybe some things help temporarily, but nothing fully stuck. Or your symptoms actually started to appear in different parts of your body. And eventually, you started wondering, how can all this be happening if my labs are really normal? That question matters more than most people realize. For years, I worked inside the root cause model, and parts of it absolutely helped. But something still felt incomplete because I kept noticing the same physiological patterns appearing in women from completely different lives, completely different stresses, completely different diets, completely different diagnoses, completely different ages, and I couldn't understand why they were experiencing the same symptom clusters, the same physiological strain, the same compensation patterns. And this is when I realized that the body adapts long before it breaks. And that adaptation is intelligent and it's brilliant, it's protective, necessary. But over time, those adaptations can create widespread dysfunction across multiple systems. And that is the piece I believe we are missing. That's the gap. Because standard labs are not designed to detect this adaptation. Not necessarily the early compensation breakdowns, at least. Once I understood that, everything changed. Symptoms stopped looking random. I started noticing the patterns. I began to study allostatic load, systems biology, adaptation, physiology, network medicine, and the way that chronic stress reshapes communication between systems over time. And suddenly, the body made sense. The fatigue wasn't isolated. The hormones weren't isolated. The gut wasn't isolated. The nervous system is not isolated. Everything was connected through physiological adaptation. And once I saw that pattern, to create the systems-based pattern mapping solution. Not as another wellness trend, not as another symptom protocol, but as a way to identify hidden physiological patterns, system communication breakdowns, adaptation before full body collapse, and the sequence that the body actually needs in order to stabilize and heal. Because most women don't need another random protocol. They need the right sequence, the right systems support, the right interpretation of what their body has been trying to communicate all along. This work is for the woman who knows something is wrong, even when no one can quite figure it out. It's for the woman who is exhausted from chasing symptoms and not getting any relief. For the woman who has been told, you're fine, while her body keeps whispering otherwise. For the woman who is tired of surviving inside patterns no one has been able to connect. Because your body is not failing you. It's not the enemy. It's adapting, and adaptation leaves clues. I'm currently opening a small beta round for my new evolution of liberation and the systems-based pattern mapping solution. This is an 8-month private experience where we uncover the hidden physiological patterns driving your symptoms and restore the body in a sequence designed around systems communication and adaptation physiology. There's only 3 spots available, and during this time, you'll also receive a complimentary Reveal Lab analysis. If this conversation felt like someone finally explained your experience, then send me a DM with the word liberation, and I'll send you all the details. Again, I'm Dr. Lynn, and when you're ready, bring me your normal labs, and I'll show you what they're missing. Thanks for joining me for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Thanks again for joining me for today's episode. If you want to stay up to date on all the new episodes as they drop, be sure to like and follow. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, please share this episode with them. If you want to learn more about my systems-based pattern mapping solution, I'll leave all the links in the show notes so we can connect. Again, thanks for joining, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.